up, y'all? Today is Thursday. How you guys doing? This is the Working Artist Vlog, and we are hanging out outside of Target. And I just read some comics, which I'm excited about. I did some work today. I did not work on Lone Wolf. I wanted to. Didn't work out. It's just so hard to get to the computer sometimes, guys. You don't even know. It's frustrating that I'm not always able to get there, but I did work on comics today. I did some writing for the Big Wrath comic, tentative title. It's changing before my eyes as I'm kind of working on creating this, and I got a chance to kind of do a little bit of live back and forth sort of on just via chat with Peter to kind of figure some things out, but I wanted to tell you guys why the 100 Days of Making Comics, why I love the 100 Days of Making Comics. There's a lot of reasons why, and I'm gonna get to that, but first let's check out what comics I read today from the Werewolves and Unicorns 100 Days of Making Comics anthology that is now on Kickstarter. All right. So what did I just read? I read a story called Satan Make Me a Werewolf, or something like that. Please Satan Make Me a Werewolf. And that's probably the last thing you would think I would be reading, if you know my background and know that I'm a Christian. And but man, what a great story. This was by Mr. Gaz Gretzky himself, Gazbot on many social media platforms. Just such a well done comic. I mean, this is like a autobio type of story, him and his kind of obsession with werewolves as a kid, and yeah, it's just a really great little story, and it was just interesting to get like a bit of background of Gaz that I've never really known, and just the illustration work is just tremendous. Gaz always brings it with the illustration, and yeah, I had a great time reading that one. Some great lines in it, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. And then, so, yeah, I read a comic by Jake Campbell. I'll be honest, there's a few people in the anthology that I don't know as well as the others. I know most everybody pretty decently, but Jake Campbell I'm not as familiar with, but that doesn't matter. It's really cool. He made a comic and it looks really cool, and it's another one with kind of like a surprise ending, and it's probably the most it's called the adaptation, or it might just be called adaptation. I think it's called, and I think so far this is the most vicious unicorn I've read, and I was surprised. I was definitely surprised at the end to see like kind of the turn of mood by this unicorn and stuff. It was interesting. So cool comics, guys. You guys got to check this stuff out. We're trying to get to the next stretch goal and the next stretch goal. It's going to be a while, you know, before we get to that, the stretch goal of getting Karen's poster. And I'll tell you, behind the scenes, she's been showing us some of the colors she's doing, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. We've seen the finished inks as well. Karen's killing it. She's doing an amazing poster. Like, I cannot wait to get myself a frame and throw this thing on my wall. But that's only if we get to the stretch goal, so please help us get to that stretch goal. And also make sure you use my link if you want to go and support, because again, there's a contest for everybody, and everybody's got separate special links, so that whoever gets the most clicks over to Kickstarter, unique clicks, they will be able to pick who or what the theme is for the next anthology, if we have another anthology. And also they will have a guaranteed spot in the anthology. And again, once again, if I get to pick, I'm gonna let you guys help me decide. So please go ahead and click my link, and let's see where this takes us. All right, let's get to why I love the 100s. Alright, so the 100 Days of Making Comics has been, if you don't know what it is, which I can't imagine you don't know what it is if you're watching this at this point, but maybe you don't. Maybe it's I have been getting a lot of new subscribers lately, so thank you to anybody who's new. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying these vlogs and stuff and the live streams that I'm putting out. I haven't been putting out the same kind of content like the really proper videos where it's like really well edited, but you know, I'll get back to those as well. But anyways, the 100 Days of Making Comics is a challenge started by Kevin Cross, and this was a few years ago, and he decided to do 100 days of making comics for at least 30 minutes a day consecutively for 100 days. And he said that he was going to make a video for each day and kind of be accountable with all his friends, all the people who watch his stuff and check out everything he does. He wanted to be accountable to them so that he would actually complete the 100 days. So he started doing that, and about halfway through, somewhere around 40 or 50, day 40 or 50, he said, you know what? If you guys would like to do this as well, feel free to, you know, join and everything. It would be fun to have other people kind of come along on this journey and do the same thing. And myself and Scott Cirkland and Peter Palmiotti, I think, and a bunch of other people kind of jumped on the train. I mean, it was probably like, I don't know, a half a dozen or more people all together who kind of jumped on at that moment. And we started doing our own version, and I'll be honest, I failed the first time, but since then I have completed the challenge at least two full times, maybe three. I think it might be even three. And then I started doing 365 days of making comics last year, and I'm doing it again this year. So, you know, needless to say, this challenge has changed my life, absolutely changed my life. As far as creatively, it's changed my life. You want the cure to procrastination in comics? This is the challenge to do to cure that procrastination. I'm telling you, like, I am a different person. I cannot go to sleep without working on comics if I can help it at all now. I mean, this is such an ingrained habit. This is what I do. This is my, like, I'm working towards a job in this now because of this challenge. And some other things that are awesome about the challenge as well is, you know, anybody can join. You do not have to be, now there's a difference between the Facebook group and the actual challenge. Like, you don't have to be a part of the Facebook group to do the challenge. The challenge is open to anyone. Eventually you can be involved in the Facebook group as well, but there's kind of a process to get in, and like right now I think it's closed and it's like a private group, but we're going to be opening submissions again at some point in the near future, probably in a few months or a couple months or something. But that being said, it doesn't matter. You can still be part of the community. Reach out to us who are in the hundreds, who you see doing these videos, and do videos yourself, or do posts somewhere and just let us know, you know, you're doing the 100 Days of Making Comics, and we'll be happy to support you and help you. And that's the thing, you don't have to be a good artist, you don't have to be a good writer. You could be, this could be you just first thought of, like, maybe I should make a comic. You thought of that today and you came across a 100 Days of Making Comics video. You can do it, you know. I don't care if you draw stick figures. And you could be any type of person. There's nobody, we don't have any political affiliations, you know. We are 100% for anybody, for all humans, all types of humans, and we're for comics. That's what it is. We're for humans and for comics. At least that's the way I feel, and I've been around since the beginning, you know. So and I'm sure that's how Kevin Cross feels. That's how most of us, probably all of us, feel, really. So, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, gender, race, whatever. Like, there's just nothing. I mean, if you're a human being and you make comics, you can be down, you know what I mean? So so I just love that. And especially also, like, the skill level. Like, there's people who are professionals, like, you know, just a lot of people who are just actually making a living doing illustration. Scott Cirkland's a great example of that. Gaz Gretzky, he's working professionally as an artist, and he has been for a long time. and there's many others, and then there's people more like myself and whoever else who are more like novice or beginners or intermediate or whatever, you know, who are still very much learning. I mean, everybody's still learning, but you know, some of us are, you know, need a lot more work, and I think I'd definitely be included in that. And so, you know, it really doesn't matter. You, like I said, you could do stick figures. One of the earliest adapters of this challenge was a guy named Jamie Gamble, and he's not an artist. I mean, maybe he you know, he likes to play with art and stuff for the most part, but for the most part, he's a writer, and he did the 100 Days of Making Comics as a writer when it first became a thing, and he did a great job, and he's a cool dude. And I've seen him make an actual comic before as well, though, and it was a mini comic, but it was just, you know, he drew the best he could draw, and he did it, and he knows what it's like to actually put down sequential comics, you know, and even though he's really mainly a writer. So I mean, it really doesn't matter what level you're at, you can be down. So that's why I love 100 Days of Making Comics, because it's changed my life creatively, and because it's open to everybody. You know, seriously, absolutely. We encourage whatever diversity, all that. Like, we're happy to have you if you're happy to be part of us, you know, and to really truly take the challenge, you know, and do a good job, you know. The way to do a good job is just to do all the 100 days consecutively. That's it. It's a little bit tough, but I've seen people with all kinds of walks of life do it and be successful. So you can do it. No reason why you can't do it, you know. So I definitely would challenge you to do the 100 Days of Making Comics if you haven't already. And let us know, you know, get a hold. There's a lot of people doing it. Get a hold of the people who are doing it or who have done it, and you know, we'll be there to help encourage you, you know, and stuff along the way. Always feel free to reach out to us. We're a cool group. Like, I haven't had really any issues for the most part in this group. Of course, in any social group, there's going to be like a few little things once in a while, but I mean, that's human nature. You're going to run into some things, but really, we've been really fortunate and haven't had hardly any issues. So yeah, other than that, I just wanted to share my love for 100 Days of Making Comics, and hope you're having a great day. Hope you're making your comics, and even if you don't do the 100 Days of Making Comics challenge, and you're just doing it your own way, totally cool. And I'm for you. I'm rooting for you to get your comic done and make things happen. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. God bless. Peace out. It's Marshall Lee. Oh, and go to the Kickstarter and support 100 Days of Making Comics, Werewolves and Unicorns. All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.